Plus minus connection 3. Rewriting subtraction to addition. Previously, we learned that subtracting is equivalent to adding the opposite. So we'll be using that strategy to help us rewrite and solve these problems. Problem 1. 4 minus 7. So what do these numbers mean in terms of our tiles? 4 means we have 4 blue positives. And minus 7 means we're trying to take away 7 positives. Now, how can we rewrite this into an equivalent addition problem? We can rewrite this as 4 plus. Now, whatever's after the minus sign, we're going to add in the opposite. Right now, we have 7 positives being taken away. So that's going to be equivalent to adding in 7 negatives. Or you could think of it as minus 7 is the same as having negative 7. So now that we've rewritten it, let's go ahead and solve. 4 means we have 4 positives. And negative 7 means we have 7 negatives. When we have opposite signs, we know they're going to cancel out. So each of these positives are going to cancel out with a negative. And we can see that our final answer is going to be negative 3. Problem 2, negative 8 minus 5. So what do these numbers mean in terms of our tiles? Negative 8 is like having 8 red tiles. And minus 5 means we're trying to take away 5 blue, 5 positive tiles. So how can I rewrite this into an equivalent addition problem? I can rewrite this as negative 8 plus. Now, whatever's after the minus sign, we're going to add in the opposite. We're trying to take away 5 positives. So that's the same as adding in 5 negatives. Or you can think of it as minus 5 is the same as negative 5. Now that it's rewritten, let's go ahead and solve. Negative 8 is like having 8 red tiles. Negative 5 is like having 5 red tiles. Since these are the same tiles, we can count them up. 8 reds and 5 more reds. We have a total of negative 13. Problem 3, 14 minus negative 2. So what do these numbers mean in terms of our tiles? 14 means we have 14 positives or 14 blue tiles. And minus negative 2 means we're trying to take away 2 red tiles. So how can I rewrite this into an equivalent addition problem? I can write this as 14 plus. Now whatever is after the minus sign, I'm going to add in the opposite. We're trying to take away 2 reds. So that's equivalent as adding in 2 positives. Right? The opposite of red is going to be 2 blues or 2 positives. And now that we have this, let's go ahead and solve. 14 is like having 14 positives. Plus 2 means we have 2 more positives. And since these are the same colors, we can count these up. 14 plus 2 is going to be 16. Problem 4, negative 3 minus negative 9. What do these numbers mean in terms of our tiles? Negative 3 means we have 3 red tiles. And we're trying to take away minus 9 red tiles. So how can I rewrite this into an equivalent addition problem? We have negative 3 plus whatever's after the minus sign, we're trying to take away 9 reds. So that's the same thing as leaving behind 9 positives. The opposite of a negative is going to be a positive. And now that it's rewritten, let's go ahead and solve. Negative 3 is like having 3 red tiles. Plus 9 is like having 9 blue tiles. And since these are opposite colors, they're going to cancel out. So each of these pluses will cancel out with a minus. And we see that our final answer is going to be 6. And for our last problem, problem 5, negative 11 minus 6. What do these numbers mean in terms of our tiles? Negative 11 means we have 11 red tiles. And minus 6 means we're trying to take away 6 blue tiles. So how can I rewrite this into an equivalent addition problem? I can rewrite this as negative 11 plus. Again, whatever I try to subtract, I'm going to add in this opposite. So we're trying to subtract 6 blues. Let's go ahead and add in 6 reds. Minus 6 is like having negative 6. Now that it's rewritten, let's go ahead and solve. Negative 11, we have 11 red tiles. -6, we have 6 red tiles. And so since these are the same tiles, we can count them up. 11 reds and 6 more reds. That's going to be a total of -17. To summarize, in order to rewrite a subtraction problem into an equivalent addition problem, we need to know that taking away is going to be the same thing as adding in the opposite.